You know, there are a lot more chosen ones than people think that are out here. A lot of people are chosen, but they just don't want to give up the 3D lifestyle that they live in, the low vibes, feeding on other people's energy because they don't know how to harness their own. And, addictions, kind of like masking and suppressing a lot of their emotions. But a lot of people who are chosen were actually golden children. They were a golden child in their family. A lot of us possessed a special talent or had many talents, when we were young, and we still do. A lot of us saw things, and in my case, I escaped death a couple of times with bad accidents that left a couple of people dead and a lot of my other schoolmates as well. But this is one of the hardest things that we have to learn as grown-ups is to let go and separate ourselves and find balance and purpose in our adult lives. Most of us who grew up in generational cursed families, and we don't really realize it until we get older. And, a lot of our families are the worst because they're the closest to us. And not saying that they're enemies, but they will hinder you from ascending a lot of times. And especially our parents, if we had a type of parents that were strict or had a certain way or style that they raised us, it's instilled in us, but something in us always knows that something is not quite right, but they did their best. And a lot of times they don't want us to go against what they've taught us because they don't want to feel like they failed us. A lot of times our parents feel like God sent us to them specifically. And especially if you were raised in a single parent home. I wasn't, but I had both parents. But if you were raised in a single parent home and you were that child with those gifts, a lot of times you will be the one that they would depend on, especially when you got older. And it's almost like you're in a type of a prison. They even can have say-so and affect the people that you choose to be in relationships with in your life. And a lot of times we go on, pleasing, the people close to us, and that really just puts us in a mental state of hell that we're in, and not everybody can put the puzzles together, the pieces to the puzzle together as they get older. A lot of people aren't born with gifts or aren't born a chosen one, but there are two types of people. There are people who are chosen, and there are people who choose to change and can look to others to bring, inspiration into their lives to change. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you know that you're not happy in life and that you have a gift and you know that you're not living up to your best potential, and you keep having all these cycles of things happen in your life over and over, it's because you're not doing what the voice is telling you to do.